Hi everyone, this is Navaldeep and welcome to my channel for daily market views for the US market. So today my plan is to give you an idea about what a CPI is, which is Consumer Price Index, and how it can impact the technology stocks especially. We'll talk about the futures, we'll talk about triple Q and the following tickers: Apple, AMD, Boeing, Caterpillar, John Deere, Facebook, Fubo, Moderna, Google, Snap, Tesla, and Walmart. Some of them, like we already carried from yesterday in our analysis, and they worked out really well. But let's see how it reacts in the market tomorrow. In case you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me on Twitter at Naval for you. That's my handle. And you can watch all these videos at Navaldeep Sikka's YouTube channel. Again, as I say in all the sessions, all the recordings, do your due diligence first, understand what is happening in the trade, take your time, and then execute a trade. All right, so let's get started. So first come first, CPI. Like all of you must be listening that we have the CPI numbers coming tomorrow. What exactly it is? CPI is called as a consumer price index. It's a macroeconomic indicator across the globe. Each country issues a CPI number, which tells the inflation, that how much a customer or a consumer has to pay to buy a product from previous month to today. So any increase in the CPI, meaning that yes, there is increase in the prices. Increase in the prices happen because of the huge liquidity flow. And as you all know, that there's a huge amount of liquidity infusion through $1 trillion subsidies which are given to the US citizens and to the corporate buyers as well. So in order to address this issue, what a Federal Reserve or a central bank of any country does, they try to increase the interest rate so that the easy flow of the liquidity curtails down, and that suppress the demand of the product, which eventually brings down the prices or they get cool off. So this is CPI, which is going to come tomorrow at 8:30. It is pretty significant because right now everybody is talking about Fed tapering, meaning Fed is trying to reduce their bond purchase program. So everyone is waiting when they are going to start. And Fed has set up an expectation that yes, all this inflation is temporary and this will fade away pretty quickly, and it is all transitory. So tomorrow's 8:30 numbers can be really meaningful. If they are high, then it means the consumer price inflation is higher, and that is actually giving a signal to Fed to start tapering before what they were supposed to. If the CPI numbers are as expected or a little weak, that will mean that Fed tapering will not start as early as we are anticipating. So impact of Fed tapering happens on the growth stocks because increase in the interest rate is going to hit the growth stocks. So if the CPI numbers are bad, we are going up on the tech stocks on NASDAQ. If CPI numbers are high, we might see the movement on the bank stocks. But banks have already moved a lot in last 2 days in the anticipation of high CPI numbers. So let's see what happens in the market. But this is how the market reacts to these numbers. So let's start with our futures. Futures are making inside day. And yesterday we made this channel, a parallel channel where we concluded that 4415 is kind of a good support. And exactly it made a low of 4416. So it tested the support and it is holding it up. So right now it is not giving up. The 12 EMA is moving up, which is showing a positive momentum, and it is not giving up on the previous baseline. So now if this holds and it is making a inside day in the futures, so if everything goes fine and we break out of 4438, we are going for 4450 and 4485. If we fail and like after CPI something is not liked by the market sentiments, it may come and test 4415 maybe 4408, and that's about it. We will bounce back from there. I'm not anticipating any kind of drawdown at this time. So I'm still bullish, like from neutral to bullish. But for me, if I can get an opportunity to enter at 4408 area, that will be really, really good. Triple Q actually made a bearish engulfing pattern, which is not usually a good sign for the bulls, but it has tested the 12 EMA, has taken the support, and now we are looking for a big event for tech sector tomorrow. So most likely this candle, either if the CPI is higher, this candle will be a good candle to go short. So it will be a piercing pattern. So if the CPI numbers are high and market starts to go down, it can actually go down until 363, 364. So that will be the point where if I have shorts, I will try to cover shorts if I have made short today. Or if I have to go long, I'll be trying to go long here at this point. If the CPI numbers are weak, QQQ can really move up. It has substantially waited for this numbers to come. So any positive thing will give a good kick to the NASDAQ, the tech sector. Okay. Apple again failed the selling zone. It tried to test here, but failed, and even gave a close below 146.20 area. And it's making a lower low. See, from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 candles back to back where it has made lower lows. So tomorrow is just a full test for Apple. It closed below the 12 EMA. So if CPI numbers are good, we may see a bounce and it gets above 146.2. If it is not, it's going to come for 143 and 140 and 139.50 area. AMD opened really good today, but during the end, it gave up 107, which was a very good level. In between, it tested the 12 EMA at 105.30 area, 105.50 area, took the support and bounced back above 107 to 108, but it failed to capitalize on that. So at the end of the day, it gave up those gains and now closed right near to the 107 area. So again, it depends on CPI numbers, how it behaves tomorrow. So if CPI numbers are positive, it can go above 107. I'm looking for a target of 111. If not, and it breaks below 105 area, then it can actually go and test 101. Okay. Boeing had a good day today. So I've been holding Boeing calls, long-term calls as well as short-term calls. So I make like profit booking on Boeing short-term calls. I'm still holding long-term calls. I'm waiting for this 239. If it breaches 239, I will be super, super positive on Boeing. I'm expecting a very big move on it based on the China completion of their 737 test and give a positive thumbs up. This stock will skyrocket. We've been bullish from 218, 219 to 225 area. That's a good accumulation zone. Since then, it has respected, it has made higher highs, higher lows. So it's pretty bullish. And the 34 EMA and 12 EMA are now converging. It gives me a positive indication that in the coming days, it is going to breach 239. 239 is my first target, and then 252. Caterpillar is another item which I've been discussing quite a lot in the past. I have been saying that 205 to 210 is a good entry area. It has well respected that number, and now it is going above that number. It almost tested the resistance of 215.10. It came to 214.90 and closed around 214, which is really bullish. So I'm looking for it to break 215. Once it breaks 215, definitely it's going to have some positive traction. And in case you get the Caterpillar stock around 210-29 area, I'll be a definitely buyer of Caterpillar. And all these stocks are getting positive push from industrial legislation or the bill right now. John Deere, uh, John Deere again has finally made sellers fade away after a very long. It made a W pattern and it is breaking out. So if tomorrow able to hold 374 area, I'll be a definite buyer on John Deere. And let me just make some targets for John Deere. So I'm going to create a retracement. So I'll start from, let me just do it on weekly. And there, and then there. So I'm pretty bullish on John Deere, looking for a target of 388 in case it holds 370, 372 area. Then the next stock which I wanted to cover is Facebook. Facebook is respecting this 365 area, and again, like all the tech stocks, is waiting for those number to out. It again tested the 12 EMA support at 359, which is actually a really good entry point. So tomorrow, if I get an opportunity to enter at 359, I'll be a buyer. If it breaks 359, I will exit my long and then I'll see whether it touches 352 or not. On the upside, it has a potential target of 365. Once it breaks 365, it will go up. Then after Facebook, I have Fubo. So Fubo, we discussed this in the afternoon with my group, and I made this chart where it was a triangle breakout, and today it was going above it, and we saw that yes, Fubo has gave out good numbers and not trading at 32 area. So for me, the next target is around 35, which is this previous high. So I'm looking for 35, 36 area for Fubo to go up. And from there, I will see if it actually manages to hold on to that 35. If it does, then I have a target of 52 area. So let me give you some levels on Fubo as well. I'm just picking up this. So 2750 was the area where we break out, which happened a day before yesterday. It happened yesterday, not a day before yesterday. Today it break out of this triangle uh, and closed above it, which was a positive indication. Now it's looking for 35, 35, 42, 48, and 52 area. So I'm pretty much bullish on Fubo. Then Moderna is very high moving stock these days. I do not anticipate a very big move on negative side or positive side. I think it may come down to 395, which is approximately 10% from here. Like in terms of Moderna, that's not a big move. A stock which has moved incredibly, like $100 moves in 2-3 days, a $30-40 in next few days is not a big move. So I would see or like to see whether it comes down to 400, 395 area and holds it. Otherwise, it is making a case for a like a morning star. It has made this candle. Tomorrow, if we open and close here, it will be a morning star, and then we can see a dump on Moderna towards 395 area. Also, it has a gap to fill. So I will be pretty interested if it can come down and fill this gap. Then we have Google. Google, I'm anticipating positive traction on Google. It's been like rejected by this trend line. for back-to-back days, but it's making higher highs, higher lows. So I'm pretty bullish. Tomorrow, if CPI helps, this breaks out of this resistance, we will see some really good move on Google, breaking the all-time highs towards 2,800. So I'm interested to be a buyer in Google if it comes to 2,700 or 2,690 area. Then Snap. Snap actually this morning, early, like probably 9:30, 10 hour, 10 a.m., 30 minutes, it went up about 78.48 and boom, it went up to 81, but it could not persist. And once it came below 78.48, it came all the way down to the day low. And now it is looking at a support at 74.50 area. It should hold this area. If it doesn't, then the sellers will come back into the market and can take it to 71.89 area. So 74.50 is something which I'm pretty much interested. So let's see if it holds tomorrow or not. Then I want to cover Tesla. Tesla today showed some level of strength, but if you see here, it is making lower highs and lower lows in continuation. This is a one-day chart. So if you go and make a 2-day candle, you will see it's making an inside day as well on a 2-day candle. So practically it is consolidating. It is not able to figure out where it should go. So if it breaks out here above 720, it will go up. If it breaks below 697, it will go down. So be very much sure that you are interested in these two numbers, 720 on the upside and 697 on the downside. Right now it is in the middle of both. So anywhere it moves, it will break out or break down. Last but not the least is Walmart. As I've been saying, that 143 is really, really good number. Once it broke, we had 145, we have 148, even in the after hours, it's like 150. I have a target of 160 on Walmart. I've been a Walmart like lover for many, many years. People do not expect this to move big, but it moves slowly and steadily, but it moves definitely. So I'm still a buyer on Walmart. I'm pretty bullish on it. One more stock which I did not list, it was X, which I said previously that it is on a multi-year breakout. If you look at this chart, this is a monthly candle, and after a very long time, it is testing this 29 level. And this happened after 2019. And once it breaches 29 area and close above it, I'm pretty bullish it can test 39, 37 area. And it's a long-term breakout. So with increased growth through this infrastructure bill, our China growth trajectory will push the steel to go up. So I'm looking forward for a very big move on X. I've been like accumulating X around 26, 27, 24 area in this area. And as of now, it's coming to be very fruitful. So I want to see 29 breach. If it does, I'll be still holding my positions in X. So from today's point of view, I think I've covered what I wanted to. In case you have any questions for me, do let me know, and then we can talk about them. All right. Thank you very much for watching my video. Hope it's useful to all of you.